Well, hello there, people of the internet and love again. I'm TheMBmulti. Welcome to part 14 of Doki Doki Blue Skies. In the previous episode, we went to school. We had our final club meeting at the Literature Club for the time being because exams are coming up and the club meetings have been postponed for the time being. And I spent the rest of the day studying at home with Yuri. Cooked some dinner. And then I went all the way on the bus with her from my own home all the way to her home to drop her off. Which I thought was a bit over the top, but okay. And, and Yuri did some stretching and she needed to go to the bathroom. And those are two instances where I'm pretty sure she didn't actually do what she said she was going to do, but okay. Anyway, we're back at school now. The bell rings, signaling the end of another school day. As the usual sounds of footsteps and scraping chairs fills the air, I stand up and make my way down to the Literature Club. As I push the door open, the air immediately fills with what sounds like an argument, and given seeing as I could hear Natsuki's voice down the corridor. And who's her unfortunate opponent this time? Ah, of course. All I'm saying is that cash should be a perfectly viable option to give as a present. Oh. I thought we had the final club meeting, guys. What the fuck? But isn't that a rather cold and pragmatic present? I sidle up to Monika and Sayori. So, how'd this one start? I was talking to Monika about having a secret Santa for Christmas, which led to the conversation onto gifts. Natsuki mentioned that she wouldn't mind receiving money, and here we are. We all watch as the two girls continue to squabble. Both of them still look fairly adamant about their positions. Aren't you going to break it up? I could, but I think this still counts as more of a debate rather than a full-blown argument. And I'm hoping that it gives me gift ideas. Oh, Sayori. I turn back to the verbal sparring session. There's no thought put into it. All you're doing is telling the receiver to buy their own presents. In lieu, I guess, you're taking the efforts to... In lieu of you taking the effort to do so. Oh, and that's not the point of giving people... that's not the point of giving people money. I'd be way happier getting money than something I don't need or want for Christmas. You can do anything with money. Anything. And you won't have to worry about what to do with the presents you don't want. It just seems tasteless to me. There's no Christmas spirit involved. Christmas is supposed to be more than just a gift exchange. But what about people who don't know me well, or who don't know what to get me? Are they just supposed to ask me what I want? That ruins the surprise too. And at that point I'd rather cut out the middleman and just get money as the present. In that case they should just try to subtly get to know you better, or ask one of your friends. Yeah, because that's so easy to do. And what if I just flat out want money as a present because I don't need anything? Or because I want to save up money for something big to get myself? That's not the point of presents though. Okay, then what's the point of it all, huh? As I said, it's the point to show people that you care for them by gifting them things that you believe they need or want. But what if I want money? Like, geez, sorry for not being rich enough to not worry about saving up for things. It's just not something you do during Christmas. Well, gift giving shouldn't even really be the central part of Christmas. But given that we do emphasize it now in modern times, we should see the process of picking out a present and gifting it to someone as a celebration of all the time we've spent with the recipient. It shows that you care. It shows that you care enough to give them something personal. Impermanent presents, things that don't last, they're really just quick and easy substitutes for thoughtful lifelong goals. Okay, if you hate impermanent presents so much, then I'm guessing you don't like food as presents too. I wouldn't say I hate them. Come on, what's wrong with food? It's a perfectly good gift. I mean, I wouldn't mind having some sweets as a gift, but items that can be tied to experiences are more sentimental in nature, make for much better gifts. Shouldn't gifts be more of long-term value? If you give someone food, they're just going to eat it, and within a day it'll be gone. Whereas if you get someone a book or clothes, they'll be able to keep it for far longer. Well, it makes you think that food can't have any sentiment attached. If you give someone food you made yourself, there's still a lot of thoughtfulness going into it. Like chocolates, they're pretty popular gifts. Yes, but not as a Christmas present. They're typically suited for White... What the hell is White Day? Or Valentine's Day? And besides, I didn't say anything about them not being sentimental. Well, you sure seem to be implying it. We said that gifts absolutely have to last forever. You said Christmas was supposed to be more than a gift exchange, but it seems like you're pretty hung up on the gifts part. Well, it looks like this might be heating up. I glance over to Monika and Sayori, who shrug back at me. Should we do something? Although Monika isn't much of a mediator. It's only because you're taking this tradition and eliminating all the emotion involved. Huh? But all I'm saying is that people have different feelings towards these things. And anyway, aren't you the one imposing your own tastes on others? Not everyone wants a book for Christmas. You're not the one who's derating my opinions. For someone who supposedly cares a lot about people's feelings, you don't seem to care about mine. Ooh, nice. There we go. There's the Yuri comeback I was waiting for. The only thing I've been saying is that money isn't a bad gift option. And food too. All this time I've just been defending my own position. What the heck are you attacking me over this? Why the hell are you attacking me over this? I'm not attacking. It's just that I don't seem to care... that you don't seem to care about the Christmas spirit at all. You shouldn't try to take advantage of these traditions for your own selfish reasons. Natsuki goes red with anger, clearly fuming. Selfish? I'm selfish for having an opinion about what I personally want for Christmas? Do you have any idea? So I can't take care of what I can't care about what I get, or am I a bad person? You... Crap, I look over at Monika and Sayori, who stare back at me, eyes wide. Monika nods her head at them, as if to encourage me to break it up. You're the president, Monika! I mean, I know you're not very good at this, but you're the president after all. Man, why me? Well, I guess I might be considered the closest to Yuri at this point, but still. Either way, I'd better intervene fast before someone says something they really regret. But whose side should I pick? Natsuki has pretty much been on the defensive the whole time, and she's actually made some good points. But as much as I hate to say it, if I back up Yuri, I'll probably get brownie points with her. Wow. Really? Really? That's the only reason why you want to back up Yuri? In any case, I'd better say something fast. So I'll just pick... Okay, yeah, there we go. This is... saving. Okay, so... brownie points with Yuri or Natsuki. Well... if brownie points is the only reason why I should pick Yuri, I'm gonna pick Natsuki, because, you know, just picking someone because, like, that's just not fair, you know? I mean, yeah, Natsuki did actually make some good, points here. Yuri was, like, attacking her a little bit, like... I believe Yuri was the one that started attacking her a bit, and then... you know, not really making a lot of sense in a way. And I think, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I'm hoping that my relationship with Yuri is good enough that, you know, she can take this as a learning point, you know? Like not nonsensically backing her up just because it's Yuri, you know? I'm actually also helping her to point out flaws and stuff. So, I'll choose for Natsuki. Hey guys, hold up. The girls both turn to me, Yuri with a hopeful expression and Natsuki still seething. What, are you here to be Yuri's knight in shining armor? Ready to rail on me too? Gee, she's making me regret choosing her side. Well, even so, I can't just lie and say that Natsuki's in the wrong, right? Natsuki, look, I actually agree with you, alright? You do? She stares at me, eyebrows raised, and then crosses her arms and turns to the side with a pout. I mean, of course you do, but because I'm right. Monika and I simultaneously roll our eyes. I love how Monika as well is like, oh god. Mark, what? Shoot, Yuri. I can't avoid catching her eyes. She has a rather forlorn look on her face. Almost as if she's just been betrayed. Like, no, don't see it like that, Yuri. Come on. You can't always be... First of all, no one can always be right, you know? Yuri, that's not to say you didn't have any good points yourself, but I just think you've been arguing against the wrong position. Yeah, exactly. If someone doesn't want money for food as a gift, it's not like I'm gonna give it to them anyway. All I said was, we shouldn't totally write them off because there are people out there who like those things as gifts. And they shouldn't be shamed for it. If you think about it, there's nothing morally wrong with gifting money to people. It's really just a cultural convention that makes it taboo, right? And even then, not everybody subscribes to that convention. That's right. I've never really met anyone who dislikes getting or giving money until you, I guess. I see. Yuri nervously twirls a strand of her hair through her fingers, refusing to meet our gazes. I'm guessing she never really loses her arguments. But it's also what the fuck? Utilitarian. Oh my god, I just can't. What the fuck? Is that? I hope it's spelled correctly. Utilitarian. Yeah, there we go. It's also utilitarian. I get that, I really do. But like you said, the gift exchange shouldn't be the central focus of Christmas, right? I think that as long as you're happy with what you get, it should be fine. Sometimes you don't have anything Sometimes I don't have anything I particularly want. Sometimes I don't... Oh, crap. Sometimes I don't have anything I particularly want either. And in those cases, I'm perfectly happy with receiving money. Plus, it's not like I turn... Oh, that's Natsuki. Plus, it's not like I turned down a gift from someone if I didn't like it. I'd still thank them for it and stuff. Anyway, people should just tailor gifts to the receiver's tastes. Yeah, exactly. And I only mean to say that money and food are valid gifts. To be honest, I think I'd be happy at just getting anything from anyone, because just giving gifts shows that you care. Well, I guess unless the gift openly isn't chosen with me in mind. The conversation peters out a bit, leaving Natsuki and Yuri facing each other in silence. I see. Sorry for misunderstanding. It's fine, I guess. Oh, it's fine. I guess this is something you're passionate about. Even so, I shouldn't have tried to refute your preference. Seeing as how it's totally a subjective thing. I should have made sure that I understood your position fully. Sorry for all the unnecessary trouble I've caused. How embarrassing. Yeah, like you said, it's fine now. I just won't ever get you money or food for Christmas. The room fills with light chuckles, suddenly breaking the tension that had been filling the air. Thanks for stepping in, Mark. I seriously thought that Natsuki was going to say something terrible. Same. Yeah, no problem. I was afraid the same thing too. Hey, I wasn't... Well, stop looking at me! Yeah, one of your charms is being a fiery hothead, though. Okay, maybe I am a little hot-headed, but... Wait, how is that a charm? We've got to have someone loud and assertive to add diversity to our club. Otherwise, there's no one to stir things up. And that's supposed to be a good thing? Well, you do tend to challenge my perceptions in a good way. I do wish that our arguments weren't so heated, but it's good to have someone keep my judgment side in check. And I suppose I wouldn't want to have psychophants as friends. Not to say that I'm such a great person that I'd warrant having I don't know what that means even. Hey, same here. But it would be nice to have a butler who'd do anything I wanted. Like, she suddenly turns to me, of course, snaps a finger and points down at the ground. I came to your help, Natsuki. There's no reason for you to treat me like that. Mark, let me use you as a footrest. Who made me into your personal butler? Hey, I don't pay you to talk back to me. You're not paying me at all. Look at them all just laughing at Natsuki. Maybe if Mark's class does a there's a bottler cafe next cultural festival. You can order him around like that. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that never happens now. And how about a maid cafe? I'd love to see Mark in a maid outfit. Oh, that sounds like fun. No, Sayori, no, okay? No. Just no. Everybody just shut the fuck up now. You know what? I bet I'd look amazing in a dress. Once again, the room fills with cheerful laughter. Okay, everyone, that's for now. Now that that's over, since everyone is here, how about we get on with the Secret Santa? Sure thing. Ah, my apologies, I didn't realize everyone was waiting for us to finish. Yeah, alright. Monika steps forward with a classic red and white Santa hat. There's a faint rustling of paper from within. Well guys, don't be shy, take a name out of the hat, and whoever you get is who you have to buy a gift for. I'll go first. Her hand disappears in the hat for a moment. She withdraws it, and after taking a look at the name on the piece of paper, she slips it into her pocket. Who wants to go next? I'm surprised you didn't ask who she got, Sayori. Hey! I know how a Secret Santa works, thank you. I laugh as she pouts and sticks her hand into the hat. Much like Monika, she also slips the paper into her pocket. Both Natsuki and Yuri follow suit, leaving me last. There's only one piece of paper at this point, so it's a pretty quick decision. And I got Yuri, of course! Of course! What a fucking coincidence! I look over at her, but she's sporting a remarkably good poker face. In fact, everyone is, so it's impossible to even guess who their recipients are. I kinda wanted to get Sayori, to be honest. I wanted Yuri to have me, and then I wanted to have Sayori, actually, but okay. Well, that's that. This should be interesting, huh? Wait, hang on. Where are we going to meet? We hadn't got around sorting that yet. Maybe we could have a Christmas party at someone's house. Can't do it at my house, sorry. Me neither, my parents wouldn't approve. I wouldn't mind doing it at mine, now that my parents are home, so it's pretty much an empty house. You guys okay with the Christmas party around mine then? It's a gentle murmur of agreement. Wait, what about food? Oh, that's a good question. To be honest, I reckon I could have a stab at trying to cook some food for us. Maybe some teriyaki, something like that? You? Make food for us? Yeah, what's wrong with that? I didn't know you could cook, Mark. Me neither. You always used to binge on junk food and ready-made meals. That doesn't really fill me with confidence. Hey! Don't underestimate Mark thank you, Yuri. Don't underestimate Mark, everyone. I've tried his cooking before, and he's definitely a fast learner. Wait, what? When was this? All three girls turned to look curiously at Yuri, which typically prompts her flustered expression. She came over at my place a few times. In fact, she's the one who taught me the basics. Where Mark learned to cook is beside the point, though. More importantly, I feel like it's a bit much to ask Mark to both host the party and cook the food. Ah, that's true. It's a lot to put on his shoulders. I think I can handle it. It's fine, guys. It's not like I have to do much to host it, right? Well, and I wanted to test out my cooking skills anyway. Well, if you're sure, then thanks for having us. Should be a lot of fun, guys. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, me too. I haven't had a Christmas party in ages. Your cooking better be up to snuff, Mark. Jeez, no pressure then. Give him a chance, Natsuki. Anyway, now that our party has been sorted, why don't we share some poems? Okay. So, Christmas party at my house, apparently. And I have to do all the fucking work. And I really miss an actual poem sharing session. Oh, would you look at that? Today's the day I'll be spending with Natsuki, of all people. I was pretty surprised when she texted me last night asking if she could go Secret Santa shopping with me. Turns out that her Santa is Sayori, so I guess Natsuki... Sayori. I wanted Sayori! So I guess Natsuki figured out I'd be the best person to shop with. I was hoping to spend the day with Sayori, but I didn't want to see But I didn't want to see what Natsuki would be like if I rejected her, so... Then again, I suppose Natsuki's blunt nature would help me pick out a decent present for Yuri. There are quite a few people here, but I'm able to spot Natsuki's distinct pink hair quite easily. Yeah, no fucking shit. She spots me and makes her way over. Oh, would you look at that? She's got a cute winter dress, which is also pink, because she doesn't like cute stuff. Ready to go? Ready to go when you are. Lead the way. So, seeing as Sayori is your best friend, any ideas what I should get her? Truth be told, not really. I'm not the best when it comes to Christmas presents. Really? You don't know? No, sorry. Anyway, let's just look around in a few stores and see what we find. I mean, we're not in any rush, right? Yeah, I guess. We proceed down the street, keeping our eyes peeled for any suitable shops. All the while, white snow softly falls onto our heads as lots of other Christmas shoppers bustle around. Wait, this one could work. I peer up at the shop entrance. It's a clothes shop, pretty solid place to start. Although I don't really know what her fashion sense is like. I mean, you could just play it safe and get her a new bow. She's had that red one for as long as I remember, so she might appreciate a new color. Yeah, but let's have this discussion inside, because I'm freezing. Sure thing. Nice. I love the backgrounds. And all the backgrounds are in style as well as the original game, which is really nicely done. We make our way to a section selling hair bows. Man, I didn't even know such a demand of bows existed. So many different colors, shapes, designs. What do you think of this one? She holds up a bright pink one. I can't help but feel like the choice was influenced by her own taste, rather than what Sayori would like. It's okay, I guess? She narrows her eyes at me, clearly expecting a more positive response. Here, look at this one. It looks like it would really bring out Sayori's eyes, don't you think? I guess it could work. It just needs something else, though. At the moment, it's just kinda plain. I almost bring up how the pink bow she just showed was also plain, but I decided against it at the last moment. Something else. Yeah. She takes the bow from my hands and looks it over for a moment. You know, you can get some sort of design on it. Oh, you can? She rolls her eyes. Boys. Yes, dummy, you can. Like an embroidery. Oh, that's a good idea. Why didn't I think of that? She shrugs her shoulders. Beats me. You're her best friend. Well, what about something from one of her poems? Like, I paused, trying to recall any salient phrases from one of Sayori's poems. Was our festival recital really 3 months ago? Happy thoughts? I've got some bad memories for happy thoughts, you know? Seems to sum her up pretty nicely. I knew I'd find a use for you eventually. No way. Is this a compliment from you I'm detecting? Shut up! I chuckle. Progress is progress. Anyway, now that we have Sayori sorted, what are you gonna get for Yuri? Or what are you gonna get for Yuri? No, wait, let me guess. A book. No, actually. Huh? Weird, I thought that'd be the obvious choice. Yeah, it is. That's precisely why I want to avoid it, you know? I've never been the greatest when it comes to picking out gifts, but I really want to make a special effort for Yuri. I didn't really get why, but whatever, I guess. Oh, I don't really get why, but whatever, I guess. Anyway, if you're not gonna get her a book, then what? I think back to the time I spent with Yuri. Think, Mark, think. Well, I still would like to point out that I actually did buy her a present when Sayori and Natsuki when I was having a day out with Sayori and Natsuki, and I actually never gave the present to her. So, I could give that, perhaps? Try something outside the box. It's weird seeing you think so hard. I didn't even know you were capable of it. Natsuki, shut the fuck up! It's almost Christmas, Natsuki. Would it really kill you to show some festive niceness? It would. I roll my eyes and mutter under my breath. Typical. Well, if you don't want to get her a book, you're kind of stumped. All she likes are books and tea, so that's it! Huh? A teapot. Man, how did I not think of that? Because you're, come on. I know, come on, I just know the shop. Okay, jeez. Ooh, look at that. As you enter the china shop, the visual overload hits like a truck. Yeah, for sure. A huge variety of ornaments ranging in color, design, size, and price. Where do I begin? Whoa. We're gonna be in a while, aren't we? Ah, sorry, I just want to make sure I got I get a good present for her. I didn't realize china shops had this much to choose from. It's sweet that you're making this much effort for Yuri. Really? I awkwardly scratched the back of my neck. You think? Anyway, what do you think of this one? I study the teapot she holds in her hands. It's fairly small, but it sports an interesting pattern, complete with flying doves. Artistic, to say the least. Not a bad choice, actually. How much is it? She lifted the teapot, allowing me to read the sticker on the bottom. Jeez, do they think we're made of money? Nah, that's too much. A shame though, it's really nice. She sets it back on the shelf. I stare at it wistfully as I pass by. What's your budget? I dig through my pockets and pull out my wallet. Mom left me a lot of money last time I saw her. A time that feels like such a long time ago. The absolute limit is 4,000 yen. I have no idea how much or how little that is, but okay. Natsuki's eyes widen for a moment, but she doesn't say anything. We've been browsing the shop for about 15 minutes. For the most part, it's been fairly quiet. Every so often we call out to each other trying to get an opinion on a potential choice. Although I'm not used to Natsuki's presence, I'd be lying if I said this was unenjoyable. My gaze eventually settles on a tempting looking dark blue and white teapot. It's not too dissimilar from the first one Natsuki picked out. Both teapots sport artistic patterns, although this one lacks the dove motif. The darkness of the blue reminds me of darkness! Latina. Reminds me of Yuri's hair and eyes. It contrasts nicely against the white. Hey Natsuki, yeah? Come here for a sec, what do you think of this one? She pauses for a moment, studying the object in my hands. Not my kind of color scheme, but I guess I could see Yuri liking this. The shape's pretty cool too. The shape's pretty cool though. I've never seen the spiral shape on the teapot before. Let alone on a teapot that actually looks good. I hope to God this isn't too expensive. 3,850 yen. Cutting it fine. Yes, this will do nicely. Alright, come on, let's pay and get a move on then. Bags in hand, we step out to the mall. I'm feeling pretty good about myself. I really think Yuri will enjoy the gift. Hey Mark? Not like it was a big deal or anything, but she looks down at the floor, fiddling with her coat. I wait patiently. Thanks for helping me get along with Yuri back in October. What do you mean? Ah, don't you remember? About what in particular? It was when you asked Yuri to... It was when you asked Yuri to invite me to dinner with her, dummy. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, that! Yeah, it helped me put things into perspective, you know? And well, you could probably see it, but we're getting along a bit better now. I'm glad to hear that, Natsuki. I know Yuri probably appreciates it a lot. Well, as do all of us. Don't get me wrong, she can still kinda act like she's on her high horse, and it's a bit hard to understand her sometimes, like a Christmas gift argument. But these past few months have helped me realize that she's still my friend, and I don't know if we'd be as close if you didn't say or do anything. Wait, hang on, how did you know I suggested to Yuri that she should invite you to dinner? Natsuki stares at me for a moment. Incredulity written all over her face. It was pretty obvious. I mean, you literally went ahead and whispered into her ear right before she asked me. I feel my cheeks redden. Was I really that obvious? Oops. I see. There's an awkward pause. Well, I'm glad that things are working out between you two. Yeah. Oh crap, it's getting late. I really need to get going. Dad is gonna go crazy. Nah, fair enough. I should probably get a move on as well. See ya later. Yeah, see ya. With a small wave, she heads off. I also take my leave. Today went better than I thought it would. So I'm in high spirits. Ah, finally, Christmas Day is upon us. It feels strange being alone in the house on such a day. Normally my parents would wake me up and we all head downstairs for breakfast. In a Christmas theme. But today isn't a day to lament on how they aren't here. All 4 girls are coming over, and given how much fun I had on Halloween, I'm confident that today will be just as enjoyable. They won't be over for a while, but I've got to get a lot of stuff prepared, so let's hop to it. After finishing my morning routine, I find myself standing in front of the sink, idly contemplating what to cook for everyone. Fast food is an option, but that lacks a Christmas touch, so I decide to rifle through the cabinets, hoping that I can throw something tasty together. Holy shit, you didn't prepare this ahead of time? What the fuck? I'm still nowhere near Yuri's level, but if I keep a level head and focus on what I'm preparing, I should be okay. Yeah, I've got time. Is that a Incredibles reference there? Once I decide on a dish, I hunt for the relevant ingredients. Yeah, but it looks like I've got everything. That's the salmon seasoning sorted. Bowl, check. Pan, check. Let's give this a whirl. Okay, now to put the plastic wrap on top of this. It's open. Oh, it's open. Come in. Sorry, I'd come out, but I'm in the middle of preparing this dish and it's super fiddly. Hey, Monika. That's okay. Oh, would you look at that? Nice. Good coat, Monika. It's the first time I've seen you... No, it's not the first. I saw you in casual clothing when I met you in the library, but still. One of the first times I've seen you in casual clothing, Monika. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too, Monika. She sniffs the air. Smells promising so far. I chuckle. So far being the operative word here. I'm sure you'll be fine. What kinds of dishes can you make? Teriyaki salmon, which is what I made today, along with veggie stir fry, also dumplings. Not together, of course. Obviously. Would you mind getting that? She obliges and heads to the front door. 2 pairs of footsteps make their way towards the kitchen, and a familiar red bow suddenly appears in the doorway. Oh, Sayori! Oh, you look so good with that sweater on. The sweater is like 15 times bigger than you, now that I have a closer look at it, but it looks good on you, Sayori. Hi guys, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too, Sayori. Phew, well that's this portion of food sorted. Now to put the salmon and some stir fry onto this container, so I'm free to concentrate on the next batch of food. If this tastes as good as it smells, I think we'll be in for a real treat. I'm glad you think so. Sorry that it isn't particularly Christmassy. Oh, hi Natsuki. So this is what you're making, huh? Huh? Natsuki, when did you get here? I didn't hear the doorbell ring. Someone left it open. Oops, sorry. Typical. Much like Monika, Natsuki also pauses to sniff the air. Not bad, not bad. You got a long way to go until you're on my level though. We'll see. Well, make sure you don't screw it up. I'll do my best. There we go, Yuri actually does know that there's a fucking doorbell to ring. The doorbell rings and both Sayori and Natsuki sling out to the room to answer it. That must be Yuri. And that's everything done. Time to take it out to the living room. Oh, look at that! Nice. Hey Yuri, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too, Mark. She glances over at the dishes I just carried over to the table. My, it seems like your cooking skills have improved quite a bit. Now, I have you to thank for that. Although I was tempted to get some takeaway, I'm glad I took a chance and tried to cook a Christmas meal. Either way, thanks for teaching me. I didn't even dream about making this sort of stuff before I met you. Oh, you're just a quick learner, that's all. If you say so. Anyway, everything's ready, so... Right on cue, the other girls wander over. Okay, everyone, let's set the table together. I'm sure you're all as eager as I am to dig in. Yep. Uh-huh. Oh, why are you two still wearing your, jackets? Also, doesn't Sayori have a jacket? I'm pretty sure she does have a different, jackets. Because, Natsuki took her jacket off. That makes 4 of us. Oh, here's the moment of truth. Dig in, guys, there's plenty to spare too. I wait with slight anticipation as the girls start serving themselves. This is the first time I've made food for multiple people, so I've got absolutely no idea what to expect the reaction to be. Mark, yeah? Please don't tell me I messed it up. She swallows loudly and grins at me. This is really good. I'm not really big on fish, but this salmon is so tasty. Yeah, she's right, Mark. I'm pleasantly surprised. I didn't pick you up as a chef when you first joined. I guess you did alright, yeah. Well, she says that, but she's practically inhaling her food. So far, 3 out of 4. But the one I'm most anxious to hear from, Yuri? Yeah, what the fuck? Monika, don't you have like normal clothes, or is this like a jacket that works as a coat or something? Her eyes are closed and she's slowly chewing the food. We all turn towards her, and upon her realizing this, she goes bright red and turns away. Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot. This is excellent. Eating here like this reminds me of past Christmases that I spent with my family. Yeah, I know how you feel. This is the first Christmas I've spent without either of my parents. So I'm really glad you guys are all here. I'd be really lonely otherwise. Well, that's what we're here for, Mark. I love it when we all meet up after school. We always have so much fun. Yeah, Halloween was really fun. It was hilarious seeing how much of a chicken Sayori and Mark are. Hey! I'm still convinced I heard footsteps and that creepy voice. Yeah, and that thing moving on its own? The poo 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 monster? It's real, man. Who knows? Maybe that Shinto spirit is still roaming that classroom looking for its next unlucky victims. Monika! It's Christmas, not Halloween. Can we not talk about that sort of stuff here? Sorry, Sayori. Monika turns to me. So Mark, when did you learn how to cook? You said Yuri helped you, right? Yeah, she told me the basic stuff a few months ago, and the rest of it has just been practiced through trial and error. Given how I was able to pick it up, maybe you should ask her for more advice as well, Sayori. If I remember correctly, aren't you still a junk food connoisseur? Hey, so are you. I can't deny that, but still. I'd be happy to teach you how to cook some basic meals, Sayori. Yeah, maybe. So as long as you have a spare fire extinguisher and I'm around, we should be fine. Hey! Everyone laughs. Well, everyone except Sayori, who sports a petulant looking pout. You know I'm just messing, Sayori. I reach out and effectively tussle her hair. After a few more minutes, everyone finishes eating their food. Looks like it's time for the main event. Anyway, guys, now that everyone's eaten, we can move on to the part you've all been waiting for. Who made you a game show host? Yeah, I like it. Makes today exciting. You're referring to the presents, I assume? You bet I am. Hang on, Mark, would you like to help putting the dishes away? No, it's fine, I'll get them later. Are you sure? It's no bother. Positive. Come on, guys, this should be a lot of fun. After briefly heading upstairs to grab Yuri's present, I speed back downstairs and straight into the living room. It looks like everyone else is already here. Okay, guys, everyone's here, so let's begin. Oh, I'm excited to see what everyone got each other. So, who's going first? I will! Sayori pulls out the package and hands it towards Monika. Ah, from our very own Vice President. Let's see what you got me. A smile illuminates her features as she unwraps the presents. Inside lies a smart-looking diary combined with a stylish-looking pen. You're always writing stuff down and organizing things, so I thought this would be really useful. Do you like it? Of course I do, Sayori. Thank you. This is really thoughtful. The two girls share a... What the hell? Why are you standing in front of Sayori all of a sudden? The two girls share a wide smile as they... Oh, they're hugging. Okay. As they embrace. Well, we're off to a wholesome start. I don't know if you knew, but my last planner is pretty much full, so your timing couldn't be any better. Thank you once again. You're welcome. I suppose it's my turn now. So here you are, Natsuki. She hands a small red box over to the small pink-haired girl. With a look of anticipation and surprise on her face, Natsuki moves the box to the table. Geez, this is pretty heavy. What is it? That would be telling, wouldn't it? Open it and find out. Natsuki hastily obliges. and the looks on her face goes from anticipation to shock. For a moment there, she just sits there staring at the newly unwrapped gift. From what I can tell, it's a mixer, the kind of used for baking. This looks super expensive. Her voice has dropped to whisper. Don't mention it. You mentioned a while back that your old one broke, so it seemed like something that would be useful. But this one in particular is like the newest model, so how could you... I mean, it's really expensive, so... like I said, don't worry about it, it wasn't an issue at the slightest. Although, next time we have a club meeting, I'm expecting a ton of cupcakes. Monika winks at her. Jeez, thank you, Monika. I think this is the softest I've ever heard Natsuki's voice. It should be a piece of cake with this mixer, so I can definitely make loads for everyone. That's what I want to hear. Anyway, this is for Yuri, Sayori. Oh yeah, fucking Yuri and I have drawn each other, because of course. Wow. She reaches behind her and pulls out a small wrapped box next to Yuri's. I'm looking forward to seeing Sayori's reaction the most. Oh, yeah. Next to Yuri's, I'm looking forward to seeing Sayori's reaction the most, yeah. Sayori's eyes light up as she takes the box from Natsuki's hands. Her excitability for receiving presents hasn't changed at all since she was a child. Ooh, what is it? And before Natsuki can even say anything, Sayori pulls off the wrapping paper. Woo! A new bow! I love the color! Thank you! Sayori lunges over and attempts to give Natsuki a hug, although upon contact the younger girl flinches away, pushing Sayori away from her. Ah! You know I don't like hugs, Sayori. Oh, sorry, I just got a bit carried away. Anyway, check what's on the bow. Sayori obliges and brings the bow up to eye level. Oh, there's something written there. Happy thoughts. Yeah, I remember a couple times over the past few months where you seemed kind of down, so I thought I'd use one of the lines on your poem to remind you to smile more. Things don't seem right when you act all weird, so I hope this is a good reminder. Thank you. Aw, she's got tears in her eyes. She looks around the room. I didn't mean to make you all worry. Hey, we all have our days, Sayori. If anything comes up, feel free to talk to us. She nods her head, cradling the bow close to her chest. Hang on a second. By the process of emulation, looks like Yuri and Mark got each other. Yeah, I looked at that. Monika looks between Yuri and I with a knowing smirk on her face. It turned to be rather convenient. Yeah, don't you say that? Yeah, exactly, Monika. Yeah, that was extremely convenient. Oh, yes, it appears that we did. What are the... what a coincidence! Oh. What are the chances? Anyway, here you go, Yuri. With slight anticipation to give her my present, she extends her hand out and hands me mine, causing us to unwrap our present at the same time. Is this what I think it is? It's a tea set complete with a kettle, a very Yuri present for sure. Yes, it's a... wow. And we even got each other the same present, wow. Yes, it's a tea set, I thought you would like it, especially when we read together. Plus, it comes with a few different types of tea, so I thought you could experiment a little. Yuri, this is really thoughtful, and I love to try out new flavors with you. So yeah, once again, thank you. Yuri looks thoroughly relieved. Looks like she's not used to giving presents to other people. Anyway, what do you think of my gift? Oh, sorry, I was just... My, this is gorgeous. What is it? Looks like a teapot? A really fancy one, mind you. Yep, that's precisely what it is. I was going to go with a book at first, but I didn't know which books you already had, so that was a risk I didn't want to take. So I thought, well, let's think outside the box a little, you know? Well, I thought the design of this teapot was really nice and intricate, and kind of reminded me of you. Okay, that sounded a lot less romantic in my head, and with everyone else listening too. Anyway, I know you like tea, so I thought this would be a safe bet. That's very thoughtful of you. Not only is the design wonderful, but you clearly had my interest in mind when you bought it. She's quiet for a moment or two. The other girls look around at each other. No one is quite sure what to say. Ah, well, I'm glad you like it, Yuri. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too, Mark. To my surprise, she scoots closer towards me and tentatively wraps her arms around me. Whoa! Okay. The motion surprises me at first, but I quickly lean back into her. I quickly lean back into her touch, enveloping my arms around her as well. A pleasant scent of mint and lavender fills my nose, and I'm surprised by the comfortable warmth Yuri's touch radiates. For a moment I'm lost in her embrace. A strong, strangely familiar feeling wrests its way out of my heart and courses through my entire body. It makes me forget there are other people here in the room. An awkward throat clipping pulls me away from Yuri. So, what's next? Truth be told, I didn't really plan this far ahead. I thought everyone would want to go home after exchanging presents, but if you guys want to stick around, you're more than welcome to. I've got some board games we could play. Yeah, that sounds like fun. They better not be boring. How about this? I pull out a box, one illustrated by an image of a large brain. Sayori immediately brightens up. Oh, we haven't played this in a while. Ah, Cranium. Given the variety of talents in the room, I reckon that'll be a great pick. What's this? I've never tried it before. Me neither. Don't worry, the basics are pretty simple to pick up. I'm confident you'll pick up everything quickly. Even you, Natsuki. Yeah. What do you mean? Anyway, let's start, guys. Chuckling at the arrayed look on Natsuki's face, I pull a small table towards me and set the board down, along with all the playing cards. It's pretty straightforward, guys. See this dice? Roll it and you'll land on a colored square. Whenever you land on the square, you have to draw a card and complete the activity written on it. The activities are split by color. So the blue represents drawing or sculpting with this clay, and the green is where you have to perform something. Oh, okay, so it's basically Party and Co. That's what this game is, apparently. Perform? Don't worry, it's nothing crazy. Like this one. I take a quick look at the green card. You just have to partner with someone, hum this song, and they've got 60 seconds to guess it. And don't worry, there are some word-based ones, so you're in luck. Yeah, this word game is super fun, guys. There's something for everyone. This actually looks kinda cool. Now, I told you, now let's start. As I was hoping, the game is proving to be a big hit. We all have our strengths and weaknesses, meaning no one has a distinct advantage. It's fairly even so far, and everyone's enjoying it. It's currently Yuri's turn, and she throws the dice, which lands on the color yellow. Wordworm again. Lucky you, eh? Okay, here's your challenge. I lean forward and take a yellow card from the box. I'm going to give you a word, and you have 40 seconds to spell it. That should hopefully be enough time. But there's a catch. You've got to spell it backwards. And on your first try. Well, this certainly ups the ante, doesn't it? She takes a deep breath. Okay, I'm ready. What's my word? With my hand ready to flip over the small timer, I read the word out loud. Pavlovian. Hasn't she mentioned this word before? I'm pretty sure she mentioned this before at some time. Ooh, that's hard. Immediately Yuri's face drops, a look of intense concentration. N, A, I, yeah, keep going. V, she looks at the clock. About 10 seconds have already ticked by. O, L, doing well. V, more seconds tick by. It looks like about 30 seconds have gone. A, P. Yay, that's right. You're so smart, Yuri. Geez, not gonna lie, that's not half bad. You're too kind, I simply had an easy word, that's all. Have some pride in yourself, Yuri. You did well. Anyway, you passed, so you get to roll again. I just hope I don't get the green. She looks on her face when she indeed lands on a green. When she indeed lands on a green is priceless. Huh? Oh, hang on. I've got this. Tennis elbow. Yes. Your eyes fly open as the timer runs out of sand. Natsuki's blue activity involved her drawing a phrase. But the catch was that she had to draw it with her eyes closed. Personally, I was a little dubious over her picking Sayori as the teammates who had to guess, but hey, she got there in the end. Now look at that elbow, it looks like a floppy strand of spaghetti. Psst, as if you could even draw with your eyes open. Whatever you say, spaghetti arms. Hey Natsuki, why don't you roll again? Ah, Sayori, always tactical at the best moments. Seriously, red again? Not much of a fan of the data heads questions, eh? I would be, if they were actually answerable. I mean, who would believe that Theodore Roosevelt named his son Kermit? Miss Piggy? Sayori and I laugh as Natsuki scoffs. Your New Year's resolution should be to get better sense of humor. I don't know, it looks like it's working fine so far. I gesture to the two laughing girls. Whatever, just give me my cards. Here you go. Well, this one is multiple choice at least. What's it say? In the legal field, what does perjury mean? Deliberately not turning up to court, deliberately telling a lie under oath, or attempting to bribe a judge or jury. How the hell am I meant to know this? Aren't there any animes on that? Aren't there any animes out there that involve trials or something? Why would I want to watch that? That sounds really boring. Anyway, sheesh, I don't know. Well, you've got 10 seconds to make a decision, so just take a guess. C. She flips the card over. B? Come on, who'd know that? I did. Big surprise that is. Don't worry, I didn't know either. Tut tut, you guys really need to brush up your Latin. Yeah, because we're really living in the Middle Ages, aren't we? Roman Empire, Natsuki. Grumbling, Natsuki sets the card back in the box in the back of the pack. Also, what was it? Perjury. Okay, yeah, whatever. And it was B. Deliberately telling a lie on the oath. Okay, that's what it means. After a while, the game eventually winds down to a close. It's definitely come down to the wire between Monika and Yuri. Monika's musical abilities had proven to be useful in the star performer category, where the user had to hum or sing a tune and get the others to guess. Yuri, on the other hand, excellent at the word-based activities. She rarely got one of them wrong. After a tense final round, Yuri eventually pulls through and is declared the winner. Even though Natsuki, Sayori and I didn't really have much of a chance of winning, it was still enjoyable to play and watch the showdown between Monika and Yuri. Whew, that was a close one, Monika. It certainly was. Well played, Yuri. Despite being a loser, Monika accepts her defeat gracefully. Sportsmanship at its finest. Yeah, exactly, Monika. Keep that up. I don't know about you guys, but I had a lot of fun. We should definitely play this more often. Yeah, hearing you frantically hum those tunes was really funny. And you guys had the honor of seeing my awesome drawings. I stretch and yawn, hearing a satisfying click from my jaws as I do so. Time really has flown. Yeah, anytime you guys want to play, just give me a buzz. This has been a really fun Christmas. There's a general murmur of agreement as we start clearing up. Thankfully, there aren't too many pieces so the task is relatively straightforward. You know, Ark, you kind of remind me of Yuri. Huh? What does that mean? You guys both have really deep look in your eyes when you start focusing on stuff. It looks a bit weird, but it suits you. I do? Monika nods. I noticed as well. Don't worry, it's not a bad thing. Although it is rather uncanny seeing such a deep look on someone that isn't Yuri. It's something I've grown to associate with only her. With everyone's attention on me, I'm not really sure how to respond. It's true that I've been spending time with Yuri as of late, so maybe... Well, I think he looks endearing when he looks like that. Well, duh, of course you'd think that. You two are pretty much together like all the time now. Well, this conversation's taken a fast detour into hot water. Speaking of which, I'm curious, are you two officially going out? Monika! The intense blush on Yuri's face mirrors my own feelings. Why did Monika have to put us on the spot like that? I mean, we aren't... Both of our faces are practically on fire. Well, it's true that we aren't boyfriend and girlfriend. I definitely wouldn't mind if we were. No, don't worry about it. I was just teasing you. Sure, Monika. Anyway, I think everything is packed away, so I'm going to have to get going. It's late after all. Thank you again for the gift, Sayori. Oh, you're welcome, Monika. I should probably get going too. Yeah, same. See you all soon. Bye, guys. Yeah, see ya. They all look curiously at Yuri. Sticking around for a bit, Yuri? Huh? Oh, yes, I wanted a cup of tea, if that's okay. She looks imploringly at me. Yeah, that's cool. I also need... Fucking hell, I also need a cup of tea. We're reading for too long. We're speaking for too long. Yeah, that's cool. I'll put the board game away. So feel free to make yourself at home in the kitchen. The other three girls depart, leaving an awkward silence between Yuri and I. At least it's cut short by her excusing herself. After carefully checking that everything is in the rightful place, I slot the board game back into its position on the cupboard. Hey Yuri, don't worry about that stuff. She'd taken the plates and was in the process of washing them up as I entered the kitchen. Oh no, you were kind enough to serve us, so this is the least I could do. Are you sure? I'm the host, so I shouldn't really be making you do this. It's really no bother. Well, if you insist. Still, you've got to let me help, okay? She nods as I roll up my sleeves to pull up some rubber gloves. We wash the dishes together, slowly inching closer until our shoulders are practically touching. A comfortable silence descends upon us, a silence that I'm surprised Yuri breaks first. It feels strange spending Christmas with people other than my family. First time? She nods slowly. Parents are not around for Christmas this year? You could say that, yes. Mother would usually make teriyaki salmon and turkey, and then we'd follow it through with cake. Vanilla or milk chocolate was always my family's firm favorite. Oh shoot, I should have gotten dessert. Knew I forgot something. I'm sorry, Yuri, it totally slipped my mind. She smiles softly. Please don't worry about it, Mark. The fact you cooked for me and everyone else today was more than I could have asked for. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I had no idea how the food would turn out, so it's reassuring to hear. Good thing I had a good teacher, right? I playfully nudged her with my elbow, causing her to blush. It was nothing. Her blush remains as we carry on washing the dishes in silence. Hey Mark? Yeah? I don't know how to put this, so I apologize if it sounds out of the blue, but I really enjoy spending time with you. The soft, vulnerable way she says it catches me off guard. Yeah, I enjoy spending time with you too, Yuri. The last of the dishes has been cleaned, but we don't move apart. If anything, we grow a little closer. By the way, yes? What exactly are we? Oh, it's time for these deep questions now, is it? What do you mean? You know, maybe we're cleaning up just now with the others. They asked if we were, well, my god, asking her directly is proving to be exceptionally difficult. I don't know. I've never felt this way about someone before. Yeah, me neither. Sorry, I didn't mean to make this awkward. She laughs softly. She laughs softly at this proximity. I could feel her warm breath on my face. It sends a shiver down my spine, but not the unpleasant kind. No, you don't need to apologize. It's a valid question. I guess I don't know how to answer it. At this point, my heart is positively thumping out of my chest. Is this really happening? With Yuri? I guess we don't need all of the answers now. After all, I like what we have now. I do too. Whoa, hi Yuri. Hi. Super close. We both turned towards each other, causing me to drown in her eyes. Those deep pools of violet, so mysterious, so enticing. The scent of lavender and jasmine oil. What? Hang on. Oh, she got her oil set going on, or whatever. What the hell? Permeates my nose, filling it with the scent as pleasant as the sight in front of me. Tentatively, I find myself reaching out and to gently stroke her cheek and brush a lock of hair out of her face. She closes her eyes briefly and exhales onto my fingers. This just feels so right. We come closer and closer. Well, we come closer and closer to each other, even as every nerve burns with anticipation. I can almost feel her lips on my... what's the noise? We break apart the moment all but gone. Who is it? Oh, I forgot my present, sorry. Irritation floods through my body. Why couldn't you just be more careful, Sayori? No way. No way. Irritation towards Sayori. No way. No way that I would be irritated by that. Come on, it's just Sayori, man. Fuck that. Sayori pops into the kitchen. Why the hell didn't you use the doorbell, by the way? Pops into the kitchen, and judging by the look of surprise on her face, she definitely didn't expect this. With a start, I realize Yuri and I still have our arms around each other, and I take my arms off her waist. She quickly removes hers from my shoulders. Sayori's expression dims with what looks like sadness. It's replaced with in a flash, though. Did I just imagine it? Oh god, no. Sorry guys, I found it. She picks up the bow from the kitchen counter. Why it was there is beyond me. Yeah, why the hell was it on the kitchen counter? What the fuck? She never went into the kitchen. At least I don't remember that she did. By the way, Yuri, do you want to walk home with me? Yuri quickly looks at me. It's almost pleading. The moment is gone though, so I bitterly nod. Oh, sure. After carefully scooping up the teapot, she heads to the hallway, so Yuri's already lingering outside. Sorry. It's okay, Yuri, it's not your fault. Besides, we can just hang out New Year's Eve, right? Yes. Yes, of course. I'd like that. I can't help but smile to myself. Even though we were on the verge of kissing, she's still self-conscious about how eager she is to want to spend time with me. We'll make it happen, don't worry. With one last quick hug, she follows Sayori out, leaving me to process what just happened. It might sound cheesy, but true happiness at Christmas doesn't come from marital things, does it? But come on, don't be irritated because Sayori dropped in. No way that would irritate me. But still, that does leave the question, why the hell was her bow on the kitchen counter? Because she never went into the kitchen. She was in the living room the entire time. December 31st. The last year of the day. What the fuck? Don't you mean the last day of the year? Okay, let's save it. Anyway, that's going to be it for this one. Hope you almost enjoyed the video. Click the like button beneath if you liked it. Subscribe to join the Roman army and I'll see you in the next one. See you later, Romans. Valete.